This is not Ivory. This is my other truck. So what happened was, I broke Ivory again. So this past weekend was the big truck meet at Blake Fitzgerald's place, which is pretty much just a non-stop burnout fest. Amazing. A lot of people there, a lot of big hitters there. So anyways, what happened was I changed the oil Friday. I trailered the truck to the event. I put my burnout tires on and I pulled out to go do a burnout. And anyways, I pulled out to do this burnout, and there's just people lined on both sides of the private road. And I heard somebody say, "Hey, this old truck, can this old truck do a burnout?" So I let him, I showed him that yes it could. And I looked at my wife sitting next to me and my kids that were in the back seat. And I gave him that smile. And I did a freaking epic burnout! and then I blew it up.
What is this?
Unleash the fury!
Twenty minutes later.
I don't know what I broke yet, but there's 3 gallons of water in my oil pan. I just changed my oil the day before I left. She got bobos.
Oh, there's not much left.
But anyways, so I'm doing this burnout, and I start in 3rd gear, and then that bounced off the rev limiter immediately, so I shifted into 4th gear. Now, right when I went into fourth gear, I heard the belt come loose. I could, the belt. Some of y'all have heard the belts come off. They just make a noise. You can hear it in one of the videos. So the belt came off, and the crowd saw that, and they're like, "Hey, you need to stop. What are you? Chill out, man. Your stuff's falling apart." And I'm like, my back tires are still spinning. I don't need a belt. So then I started watching. I don't have power steering. I mean, I went to turn the wheel and confirmed it was the belt because I didn't have power steering. So then I was watching the coolant temperature and the oil pressure. Coolant temperature won because my water pump's not turning anymore, and I'm bouncing off the rev limiter at almost 5,000 RPM. So that was a little bit concerning, but it wasn't getting too hot. But after, I don't know, like 50, I think it was about 56 seconds, I started to notice, or it kind of happened immediately, a cloud of white smoke coming out of the hood. And it was not tire smoke. So I stopped and I pulled over and I opened the hood, and my turbo, the hot side of the turbo and the downpipe were on fire. And then, noticing that, I noticed that everything under the engine, under the hood, was covered in oil. So I'm kind of thinking, well, it was running great when I shut it down, so I didn't blow it up. But something happened. Well, then I noticed my turbo drain line had pushed out of the block. Sorry about the sun. The turbo drain line had pushed out of the block, and it must have done it right at the end because I checked the oil and I was only down like a quart. So no harm there. And that's what caught on fire. The oil hit I'm sure it was red hot turbo housing. So anyway, some guys poured their beer on that and they got the fire put out. And, the belt was off. I tried to figure out what all had just taken place. I checked the oil, and the first time I pulled the dipstick out, there was drops of oil mixed with water. I mean, like, the oil looked brand new except for a couple little spots. I mean, specks. But I know what that looks like, and it kind of caught my attention. So I opened the radiator cap after it cooled down, and the coolant was still just lime green. It looked like good coolant. So I got what was left of my belt put back on, and we lost about 3 ribs of that, but no big deal there. So I got the belt put back on with the help of a couple guys. Appreciate y'all. I don't know who you were. White second gen dually. Anyways, they helped me get the belt back on. I got the oil drain pushed back in the block, which went in really easy. That kind of bothers me. I'm gonna have to check in on that. So, the radiator was almost empty, but I started it up and drove back to where I was parked, and grabbed the water hose. Driving over there, it felt great. It wasn't misfiring or anything like that. It was good. So I grabbed the water hose, and I kinked it with my hand, turned it on, and I'm filling up the radiator. Well, it was almost full blast. I didn't really mean to do that, but that plays a key role into what I'm telling you. Yeah, let me stop right here. Let's see what we got. There's Ivory right there, hanging out, being in timeout and stuff. So what happened was, the water hose is going on full blast. I know how long it takes to fill the radiator up. And that time had passed. And I'm like, where's the water going? I looked down to the truck, it wasn't leaking out anywhere. So I stopped and I'm like, all right, let me check the oil. And I pulled the dipstick out, and it's 8 inches up the stick, and it is milky, oily, nasty looking stuff. So all the water went in the oil pan, and then that got me thinking. Initially, I'm like, a head gasket, no big deal. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, if a head gasket blows, y'all know how thick head gaskets are. And you don't lose the entire head gasket. You lose a little piece of it, right? for that amount of volume of water to go into the head, I mean, it would have to go in the cylinder. It'd be burning, it didn't make sense to me. You can't get that much. You can't get 3 gallons of water past the intake, past the head gasket that fast without the radiator overflowing with that much water coming out, right? So then I'm like, well, maybe did I crack a cylinder? If I cracked a cylinder, again, it would be seeping in very slowly. And 2, it would misfire or sound funny, right? So, and then it dawned on me of exactly what I think happened. In Cummins, I think all Cummins, in the head, the cylinder head, there's a row of freeze plugs. And this is a stock head. I haven't done anything to it. And those freeze plugs they're pressed in. I think I pushed out a freeze plug. Now, again, Ivory's built on a budget, kinda, in some places. It's not a built engine. I've got nice parts on it, but whatever. So, one, the water pump is not cut. I didn't cut the fins off of it. Look it up anyway, if you haven't done that. You cut the fins on it to basically allow it to spin and not build too much pressure. And I don't have a coolant bypass on it. It is all stock cooling system. Now, these cooling systems are meant for 2,500, 3,500 at tops RPM. And it's more of a pressure thing. So here's what I think happened, and hear me out. I'm fixing to test this because the truck's right here. I got some tools. I think and y'all might call me crazy, but this is legitimately what I think happened. I'm bouncing off the rev limiter, which is 4,750 RPM. I'm bouncing off the rev limiter for not very long. And I think it pressurized the cooling system very quickly. And the housing in that water pump and the blades, they're pretty tight. There's not a lot of room for bypass. I think it overpressured the system, and I think the water pump actually slowed down. I think it slowed down enough to slip the belt, and the belt walked off of it. And that's when I lost the belt. Maybe. It's, okay. So now the belt's gone. Now the coolant in the engine is stationary. It's not moving anymore. It's just getting hot. So then it steams, and it makes more pressure. And I think that's what blew the freeze plug or 2 out of the head. I don't think it'd blow 2 of them out because 1 would relieve the pressure. So then the water, I mean, there was a lot of water coming out and it was all over the street, but I think the water that was left in it, the coolant that was left in it, it went in the oil pan and basically filled up the pan. I think the pan was full. And then maybe the oil coming out of the turbo at 90 PSI, maybe it developed a back pressure because the pan was fuller than it should be, and then that's what blew the oil line out of the block. I don't know. That part's... Or it could have just been the rev limiter, just bah, 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 and then it just put... Anyways, irrelevant. Well, that being said, I think I'm going to pull the valve cover off, and there's going to be a freeze plug laying up there around the rockers and stuff. And if that's the case, Ivory's okay. We can fix it. I'll put a new... I'll probably get some thread in plugs for it and do a coolant bypass. And then I should be able to sustain burnouts without any issues after that. So let's go check it out. Oh, there she is in all of her glory. Still got her chained down. Look at this tire. Like, that's from the ramps, but she did good. Those were like 80% tread when I started. Those are Goodyear Wranglers. Awesome. Got my regular ones up here. Okay, let me get over here and put my tools down here. Get my stuff here. This is a valve cover removal kit, 2000. Y'all are on a tripod, so give me just a second. Get all these locked in place. Get you guys set up here where we can see. I gotta pop the hood. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got to deal with today. I didn't get to show y'all that. I put that on. Maybe I can add a little clip of that in there. The world needs to look at this. Look at these welds. Not that one, but the rest. Not that one either, but the other ones. Man-T. It adds no horsepower, but it looks good. That's pretty cool. J-Star, Jimmy McFalls. He made that. My air filter fell off because whatever. I took it off. All right, let's take that valve cover off. Figure out what size those valves are. Oh, they are, man. Get off of there, you devil. Okay. Oh, milky coolant everywhere. Well, that's gonna be hard to see down in there. Where is the freeze plug that came out? Oh, look at that. God dang, I got lucky. Boy, let's freaking go. Where is it though? I see it missing. It came out of that one right there. Wow, I got so lucky, y'all. Where is it? Come here, look at this. I gotta find it though. I don't see it yet. Hold on. Let go of it. God dang, I got lucky, y'all. This is awesome. Look right there. You see it? See, those are full of oil, water stuff. And that one's wide open. That is... I mean, I don't I don't like that, but I'm so glad that's my problem and not something else. Yeah, all of that was on fire. Some guys came up there and poured their beer on it. I gotta find that dang... Where is it? It's probably under a rocker. Because it was a lot of RPM when that sucker came out. Do y'all see it? Am I not seeing it? Oh, man. Where are you, you little devil? I mean, it can't go in, right? It wouldn't have sucked it in. Oh, man, I don't want to take off the ding. All right, let me try to find it. Oh, I gotta take the... Oh, there it is right there. Am I looking in the right spot? Yeah, see it right there? Sweet. God, that is the best day ever. It's right here. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Oh, that's a good day. Ivory, you did good. Hey, look at my belt. That's all the belt I got left. Dang it. Oh, I'm so happy. Y'all got to excuse my voice. I've had a cough for a month. Man, I'm freaking stoked, y'all. That is so good. Looky there, boys. I got it out. Man, that is... I can't tell y'all how happy I am to find that. Golly. Well, now I get to... Well, I'm going to probably put that one back in just to get it home because I'm out here at our commercial lot and there's not a shop here yet. So I'm going to drain this water oil out of it. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to put the oil back in it that I drained out of it Friday and flush it because it's free and I'm going to ruin it anyways. So I'll do a couple oil changes on it and I'll flush the radiator and the cooling system out, which is going to take a while. I'll probably just hook a water hose up to it while it's running and just leave. I'll probably unhook a radiator hose. Yeah, I'm stoked. That's freaking cool. God, it could have been so much worse. Neat. I hope the wind isn't so bad. Yeah, socket fit in there. These are my roadside tools. Okay, they're rusty. They're still snap-on, but they're rusty. Okay, I'm gonna drive this in there. Okay. Like that. Yeah, guys. Oh, there she goes right there. It's just empty. Boy, there's a big mess up here, though. Okie dokie. Oh, we got a dozer, baby. Let's go. Dang. You know what that means? That makes things not flat. It makes things that... Anyway, we're going to make this flatter. We're breaking ground on the shop. Dang. I was going to end the video. But now that that's here, I'm excited again. So I'm going to drain the water oil milkshake out of the chingager. Hey, you want to see something funny? So, Blake's event was like 3.5 hours away. This was on my air filter. I just had it on there loose. It was right there on the back of the trailer. That has happened more times. I mean, not the air filter thing, but something will fall off of a truck that I'm hauling and it'll end up... I never lose it. It's crazy. Anyways, there's a lot of oil, so a 5-gallon bucket is not gonna do it. So I figured I'd video for y'all's entertainment. I am going to make a mess because I know there's more coolant oil in there than that holds. But I have another one. Y'all, this is not the race truck. I have 3 1984 red and white factory Silverados. One of them has a Cummins in it. I attempt to race that one. Look at how shiny this is. Patina, she's fine. But I've got this one's got an LS in it, and then my dad has one. It's got a 400. Anyway, small block. Anyways, nice little. No, we'll talk about that. I need to tell you how I negotiated to purchase that rig. I guess I can do that while I'm doing this. Nah. It deserves my full attention. Alright, does this bucket even fit under here? How is this gonna... Does it fit under the whole pan? It does. So I'm gonna... Surely there's not more than 10 gallons in here, right? Let's see if I can get you guys in here somehow. Oh, that's just... Look at that. Can you see? Nope. Can you see now? Nope. What about... How about now? Hey. Yeah. Good? Great. Golden. All right, let me get a thing to do here. Over there. Oh, that's too far. Yeah. Screw it. It's just my trailer, right? Can y'all still see what's... Yep, you can see. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad, boys. Oh, I just put that on there. Oh, there we go. Whew, she's already leaking coolant. Look, you see that? Oh no. She is leaking green coolant out of there. Why did it stop already? God, this is gonna have a lot of pressure in it. Dang it, this is not good. What do? I do not have a plan. I legitimately don't have a plan right now. God, there's so much. Y'all think I'm talking this up more than I really am. No, this is a big deal. Like, there's a lot. This engine is full of water right now. What do I do? It's gonna be water first, and then it's gonna be oil. I gotta move this out of the way. I gotta do that maneuver. I can do it. I'm gonna go for it, boys. I'm gonna go for it. It's not hot, so it's not gonna burn me. Oh, this is bad though, y'all. This is not good. This is bad. Here we go. Oh, it's moving slow. It is cold today. Look at this. That's disgusting. Okay, so now we wait. Well, this is rather uneventful. Look at the color of that. That's good. Well, I didn't get to video a whole lot while I was at the event, but I got enough to kind of give you an idea of what I did. Anyhow, that's all for this video. I'll catch you on the next one.